What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Franklin, and as you guys can see, we are gradually progressing. Like we are way past a quarter of CSS. We are past a little bit past the quarter of CSS. So let's keep going. We got 74 points right now. Where did we get to? We're at CSS text as a text shadow. Yeah, so I think we're done with text shadow. We'll be taking CSS fonts on this one. I got a drink, but this is just water. Yeah. Okay, so with the CSS fonts, so choosing the right font for your website is very important. Definitely, that is definitely important. Font selection is important. Choosing the right font has a huge impact on how the readers experience a website. The right font can create a strong identity for your brand. Using a font that is easy to read is important. The font adds value to your text. It is also important to choose the correct color and text size for that font. Okay. Generic font families. In CSS, there are 5 generic font families. Okay, the serif, sans serif, monospace, cursive fonts, cursive and fantasy. So sans serif fonts have a small stroke at the edge of each letter. That's a serif. Sorry. They create a sense of formality and elegance. Okay. Sans serif fonts have plain lines, has no small strokes attached. They create a modern and minimalistic look. Monospace fonts have all the letters. Monospace fonts here, all the letters have the same fixed width. They create a mechanical look. Cursive fonts. Cursive fonts imitate human handwriting. Okay. Fantasy fonts are decorative or playful fonts. Okay. All the different font names belong to one of the generic font families. Okay, so all the different font names belong to one of. Okay, so these are the generic. So all the different fonts that you will ever see belong to this. Okay, belong to these generic font families. Alright, so difference between serif and sans serif fonts. Okay, sans serif, no attachments at the end, and then serif attachments at the end. That's the red lines indicating here. Note on computer screen, sans serif fonts are considered easier to read than serif fonts. Yep. So some fonts example. Generic font family, Times New Roman, definitely the most widely used text out there. Times New Roman, Georgia, and then Garamond. The sans serif is Arial, Verdana, and Helvetica. I think I've used Arial and Helvetica before. I don't remember using Verdana, but sounds like Modena. Monospace, we have the Courier. This one's the one that gives the machine kind of look. So that's the Courier New, Lucida Console, and Monaco. Cursive example is Brush Script Empty and Lucida handwriting. And then the Fantasy, we have the Copper Plate and Papyrus. The CSS font family property. Okay, so in CSS we use the font family property to specify the font of a text. The font family property should hold several font names as a fallback system to ensure maximum compatibility between browsers and operating systems. Start with the font you want and end with a generic family. Okay, to let the browser pick a similar font in the generic family if no other fonts are available. Okay, so start with the font you want and end with the generic font. The font name should be separated by commas if the font name is more than one word, it must be in quotation marks. Oh, okay. So specify some different fonts for 3 paragraph. Okay, let's see what this one says. All right, so times. Hold on, I need to understand, because I think I still don't get the understanding of this quite clear. So the font family property should hold several font names as a fallback system. Oh, okay, to ensure maximum compatibility between browsers and operating systems. Oh, okay. Start with the fonts you want and end with a generic family to let the browser pick a similar font. Oh, okay, so I get it now. So here we start with the name of the font, and then another name, and then the generic family, or another is, yeah, Arial, Helvetica, okay, shown in Arial font, okay, and Lucid Console, Korea, monospace is shown in the Lucid Console font. I don't really get the understanding of this unless it's used, because I don't know. Well, I'll still figure it out. I'll definitely figure it out, that for sure. I know. Well, that goes for this one. We're done with the font family. Font Websafe. Okay, so let's take care of the font Websafe. CSS Websafe Fonts. So what are the Websafe fonts? Websafe fonts are fonts that are universally installed across all browsers and devices. Okay, so fallback fonts. However, there are no 100% completely Websafe fonts. There is always a chance that a font is not found or is not installed properly. Therefore, it is very important to always use fallback fonts. Okay, so that one means that in case the first font name that you mentioned is not installed well, or it's not, the name doesn't match what is in the system, it will use the next available font. That's the fallback font. Okay, so this means that you should add a list of similar backup fonts in the font family property. If the first font does not work, the browser will try the next one and the next one, and so on. Always end the list with a generic font family name. Now we understand what we read previously. So here are 3 different font types. We have the Tahoma, the Verdana, and Sans Serif. Sans Serif being the generic. The second and third fonts are backup, yeah, in case the first one is not found. So we'll try. I don't know which text is this one is, but let me do this. I'm gonna cut this and then run. Oh, so this is Verdana. All right, and then if I paste, hold on, run Tahoma. I already have Tahoma in my system, so if Tahoma didn't exist, Verdana would have been the one that would have popped up. And when I cleared it, it also showed that text. Nice. Now we have the understanding of that. So best Websafe font for HTML and CSS. This list definitely needs to go down written somewhere. Yeah, but like I said, W3 Schools is definitely gonna be my fallback notes to come get what I need from. So the following list are the best Websafe fonts for HTML and CSS. Arial, that's the Sans Serif, Verdana, Sans Serif, Helvetica, Tahoma, or was it what? Trebuchet MS. Nice. Georgia, Garamond, yeah. Before you publish your website, always check how your fonts appear on different browsers and devices, and always use fallback fonts. Important right there. Arial is the most widely used font for both online and printed media. Arial is also the default font in Google Docs. Arial is one of the safest web fonts and is available in all major operating systems. I said Times New Roman. Well, it's Arial. Thanks for correcting me. Rem ipsum dollar sit amet. Arial. This is sans serif. Okay. And Verderna, Helvetica. So these are just how the Websafe, the texts that are best used for websites. These are a bunch of texts, and I feel like I would need them when I'm about to create a website. So I can just come here and then go. Let me see. No, Georgia. No, Georgia is a serif. I need a sans serif, something more casual. Arial. Probably I'll use Arial just to stay safe. Yeah, just to stay safe. That's all. Yeah. So based on whatever text, whatever fonts you want to use for your website, I think one of these would be. Also check out all available Google fonts and how to use them. Okay, there's also a link here to Google Fonts. Oh, okay, we'll take care of Google Fonts in the in subsequent lessons. So yeah, that ends the lesson for CSS font family and CSS font safe web fonts. Our next lesson in the next video is gonna be CSS fonts fallbacks. Yep, we're gonna learn a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit into details of how to use that fallback theory. All right, see you guys in the next video and take care of yourselves. Bye.